Welcome to our webinar. My name is Sophie and I'm Shopware's Academy Manager. Today we will talk about the perception of your online shop. Our partner agency, TC Innovations, will show you how the perception of your shop changes depending on the target group and type of person. In the webinar, you will get specific advices on how to adjust your online shop for any of those groups and types. Moreover, we will show you how the plugin of the month will help you in this case.
Many thanks, dear Sophie, for such a nice introduction. Everybody who knows our company will know that we like to start our keynotes and seminars with a question. And that's the way I like to start today as well. So my question to you is, do you know this? You're looking for a certain item at Google, give in your keyword. You will open a lot of tabs, maybe in a few windows, and after some time only 2 of them will remain. Actually, you don't know why, as this was an unconscious process. So if you already made this experience yourself and you wish to know how you can use it for your own online shop in order that your shop belongs to the 2 of those to stay for your potential customers, then here you are absolutely right. Well, okay, my name is Elke Emde from TC Innovations. Together, we are going to have a close look at the topic more success by sales psychology. And we will notice that the increase of sales rates can be carried out very specifically. That this can be planned and does not at all happen by chance. As well, we will notice that we've got the possibility to deliver our own message in a completely new way. That we can reach people and even touch them. The whole thing we are going to watch now is based on profound scientific data and studies. You may research this later again. Who knows us will know it won't be getting boring. We just love to watch all items with a sense of humor and dynamic. First of all, a few words about us, our company, about TC Innovations. We've got an experience of about 15 years and are coming out of the individual and full service business. 6, 7, or maybe 8 years ago, there was a very special customer. So we have been confronted with a most extreme competitive situation. This is why we more or less have been forced to engage in top optimization. We had to find out how to get out even the last 0.1% of the conversion rate in order to make this marketing campaign, this website, this shop successful, to get the break even. A few years ago, one decision has been made by our managing director, Thorsten Wiczorek. The decision that we would no longer belong to those standard agencies, and this honestly is meant no harm. As a standard agency, you've got one big problem. You have to generate 100% of your own costs. And this automatically implicates that you have to accept orders you do not stand by 100%. And we really did not like this. And it was rather clear that we had to launch our own products. We had to generate income, making us able not to be tied up to the factor time versus money 1-to-1. The next decision, which has been made 1.5 years ago, was that we consequently put only the benefit of customers, final customers, into focus. With this, we wish to inspire you. If you do so, it will get clear that the word service contains the verb serve. Let me point it out in one sentence. When we have stopped wanting to earn money only, when we have stopped to put earning money into our focus, and we began to serve and really helped, we now made so many sales we never did before. All this knowledge, as well as the experience we gathered as a shop owner ourselves with own products, streamed into ThemeWare in August plugin of the month. That's why most of the people know us. Today we are a market leader with ThemeWare. We've got more than 2,500 active installations with an extremely high customer satisfaction. You can check it out everywhere. Today in this webinar, we are pleased to present 2 things to you. The first thing is know-how. We are going to watch and observe the types of people. So we'll watch exactly how we can convenience them. The second thing we wish to present is for you personally. You can also take it over into all other areas of your life. I'd like to call it a way of thinking, something which will lead you to much better results. But now let's start with the types of people. All decisions we make, as well as all the decisions our customers make, are emotional. For the critics who might say, one moment, there are rational decisions too. Here, the misbelief exists that rational decisions are the opposite of emotional decisions. But this is wrong. In psychology, it's said that rationalism is a subset of emotionality. And all the decisions we ever make are based on a value system. After all, there are values like quality comparisons and so on. Out of this, it will be clear that there are people who like to compare rationally, but nevertheless, an emotion is being triggered inside of them. So, this leads us to the awareness that all decisions are emotional anyway. In psychology, there are different approaches, very complex ones, like the limbic map, which projects the limbic system of the brain. There are as well quite simple approaches, for instance, the DISC model, and that we are going to review today. The DISC model differs between four types of people, and now I'd like to give you an overview of who these four types of people are. First, there is the dominant person, the boss type. He's the one making very fast decisions, the one who acts very dominantly and goal oriented. The initiative type, he's the so called fun person. He's fun oriented, very creative, and is focused on other people. Now the steady type follows. He's constant, the helping person. He is very social, likes to help others. But very important, he's anxious too. For this type, all the trust elements are important. The fourth one, the controlling type, a faithful person. He is very fussy, very detail oriented, and very accurate. Now, it is quite important to understand that we all are not just one of these types. We've got different parts of different emphasis within us. There are people having one type as the main type and maybe parts of one or two other types. Or some are, for example, 50-50 dominant and just have a little bit of steadiness inside of themselves. These different types of people are the reason it is so important you are aware of and focus your online shop onto all of these types of persons. Now, how this works, I wish to explain fundamentally. The dominant type you'll always catch with short texts only and few details, with bullet points that he can gather the facts at once and places his quick decision. Concrete examples are very important for him. Well-defined options. He does not like purchase processes where he's got to make 20 decisions. He wants to place one decision only, and that's okay for him. The initiative type loves experience reports. He loves pictures of people. Out of the experience report, he will extract the aspect people. He asks himself, what do the others do? What does the product promise to me? Emphasis of social aspects are very important. Products which promise appreciation and popularity. If you can highlight this with your product, you can quickly catch the initiative person. We will recognize a few parallels when watching the steady person. He loves a uniform design, easy handling, similar to the dominant type. The steady type doesn't want to make a quick decision, but he wants to have control. For him, we've got the steps 1 to 4 in the ordering process. He always wants to know when he clicks, I have not yet bought. I can make my decision later. Even though he wants the product, because he's anxious. That means he also reads experience reports, but here he wants to get out the factor security, not the factor people, like the initiative one wants. Does it work like promised? For him, we built in trust elements, buyer protection, etc. Now, the controlling person loves to read texts and proves facts. He will read each and every word you have written. He also reads all subpages. We can catch him with profound numbers, dates, facts, emphasis of studies, and logical argumentation. All these items are very decisive for him. For all the listeners of the webinar, there will be a recording later. Have a look at it. In the beginning of this seminar, I have picked up all these types of persons the above mentioned way. This you will now recognize. Now, this was the disk model. It will help you to display and project what you are working on onto these four types of users. During this webinar, we are going to have an even closer look at the disk model again later on, as I want to give you quite concrete examples. But now, let's get to the second part. And later we are going to combine both of the parts. The second part I've brought along is for you personally. Well, I'm going to start with a quote of our managing director, Thorsten Wiczorek. The way we think has a direct influence to the quality of the results. When he talks about this topic in his seminars, he'll get out one of the participants and asks him to name as many animals as he can within 15 seconds. Meanwhile, a tally is being made on the flip chart. Now, this viewer will be able to name 8 or 9 animals within this 15 seconds. The next viewer picked out will get a system. He is asked to start with A. When he doesn't know any other animal, to continue with B, then with C, and so on. This participant will easily name double or 3 times as many animal names, and he has a much better result. This is the allegory for our way of thinking and its massive influence to the quality of the results. Now I wish to ask you, what kind of questions do you ask yourself? Do you ask questions how to improve the success of your online shop? Yes? Okay, then, first of all, ask yourself, how does success of an online shop actually work? Or success in the internet at all? I now wish to do this as an example. A very simply considered, we will find a 3-step model behind it. If you want to be successful in the web, the first step will always be that you have to reach your target group. It does not matter whether it concerns your online shop or maybe before you wish to apply for a social media campaign or platform. Here you can use the mentioned 3-step model again. If you will not reach a target group, you won't have any customers in the end. The second step is to get the target group onto a platform. And this principle can be used even on a fair or exhibition when you use flyers. The target group are the visitors of the fair. The platform is the flyer. And that's why on the platform it's about serving the user. Now we find the verb to serve again. And now we'll be able to lead him to the completion. And now we can work specifically on getting sales closures. For you, this means ask different questions. Ask yourself, how can I improve my shop concerning a better attainment of my target group? How can I improve my online shop in order to serve the user much better? What can I do precisely to make the visitor buy in my shop or even buy more in the end? And this you can do on different detail levels. That's why I want to go one level lower again. I do not want you only to use the 3-step model, but to use the strategy behind it. All this you can use in all areas of your life, as already mentioned. Because of this, we have to take a look at the critical path of an online shop. Well, first, the explanation. What is a critical path? When you've got an aim, you can draw a critical path in front of the aim. The critical path stands for all incidents which must happen separately in order that the aim can be reached in the end. We have got a rather large mind map for our company with a big critical path with all branching. We've got critical paths again for each project, for all marketing campaigns, to be always ready for any optimization. And this I wish to show you in a quite simple way. You may go into each detail by yourself later on. Because according to the online shop, according to the sector, according to the product portfolio, the critical path will change. Let's start it quite simple. First of all, you have to manage to get visitors, right? If you have no visitors, you won't sell in the end. So, if there is a visitor, you must make him stay. When you've got nice SEO content and descriptions, visitors might take the know-how only and leave. Therefore, you have to make them stay. Moreover, you have to make them rummaging so that they will watch your categories and products. The aim is that the visitor will find the one product they want to possess. But the wanting to possess is not yet the putting it into the shopping cart. It only is the unconscious decision which happens inside of themselves and not yet inside your shop. And it is your duty with your shop to make the user decide. Now you have to make sure that the user puts the product into the shopping cart. And don't let them go to compare prices at Amazon or other shops. Now, after the product has been placed in the shopping cart, you have to do your utmost. The purchase completion will now be successful. Well, this is simplified shown as a purchase completion is much more complex. It usually changes according to the method of payment. And now think it over and combine it. You should combine this way of thinking with a different kind of people. Ask yourself, how can I get the different types, the dominant, the initiative one, the steady one, the controlling type into my shop? What do I have to do differently to get them all? How can I make sure that the different types will stay, will rummage? How can I make sure that each of them will reach his purchase decision in my shop? If you do so, you suddenly will have 4, 5, or 6 dean sheets of ideas how to optimize your online shop. If you do so, you'll belong to a very little percentage of shop owners. Most of them won't do it on this detail level. This is the way of thinking. Always go back one step and ask yourself, what and how can I do better? Now, we are going to watch the whole rather concretely for the disc model and for the types of persons. So take over the way of thinking. I know we'll leave it aside for a while. I wish to show you now concretely how to get each single type with certain arguments. This we are going to do by the example of different ThemeWare demo stores. Maybe first of all a bit about ThemeWare. ThemeWare is an extremely customizable responsive theme for your online shop. It recently received the reward Plugin of the Month from Shopware. The most important special feature, of course, is the sales promotion. I'll get it right to the point. ThemeWare will increase your sales rates to some extent, even considerably. Why do I handle it so self-consciously? Quite simple. We are receiving weekly thank you mails from our customers, sometimes with attached screenshots of analytics showing, yes, it worked. Depending on optimization and stand before, some shop owners achieve the 3 or 4-fold sales rates. And this just is the most important. And there are a few more aspects. ThemeWare includes more than 20 plugins amounting to more than 600 euros. They are already included. That means with your decision for ThemeWare, you already save money in the beginning. A social media integration is included, a USP bar, shipping and payment method icons, etc. And much more. Just have a look at it. And furthermore, what is very important to us, we'll give you know-how. You'll get video tutorials, you get your own guide, which is laid out for receiving more orders in your shop, your knowledge database and support. We have set ourselves the aim to offer the best support in the whole Shopware universe, and now we really have an excellent support. Just have a look at it and test it. There still is so much to mention, but now I really want to get to the types of people. I now will give you quite concrete examples, word by word. These examples I specially make for you now. You will write them down, and if you like them or find them suiting, you may use them one-to-one in your online shop. We don't have any problem with this. But please make sure you're allowed to, as I sometimes use superlatives. You have to prove whether it's correct due to your competitors. But I will be rather extreme to make you understand how to get each single type. And now let's go. We'll start with ThemeWare Modern. Up here you see the USP bar. Now the dominant type will be happy. He'll find the facts at one place and not many details. But if I want to do more for him, I have to bring in status and strength. For instance, I can point out, I've got the business number 1 for this product. I am market leader for this product. He will absolutely love it. The initiative type will need the social aspects. Something like 100% CO2 free. The steady one needs the guarantee, 30 days money back guarantee or buyer's protection in order he's not afraid. And the controlling type, well, he will be searching for proof if it is correct what you've been writing. That means everything you mentioned above has to be confirmed again later on in your content and has to be explained. If you want to make him happy in particular, it's the facts. For example, money back guarantee, the fact here are most of all the 30 days. If you find this, he'll be satisfied as well. So now the next theme, ThemeWare Strong. Let's have a look at the left side. Here you find a graphical element which can be integrated individually. For the dominant person, an element like immediate phone support is the key. Important here, the word immediate. In case he's got a question, he does not want to wait. He at once wants his answer. That's the way you'll get him. For the initiative and the steady type, there will be social proof. What do the others do? That means trust elements, like our customers love us. For the initiative one, this even touches his emotions slightly. And if I now want to pick up the controlling type as well, I need a fact. I could write a subline beyond like more than 10,000 satisfied customers. So he now has got a number. Underneath the navigation of your product category for the dominant, it is simply important that this looks quite clear and well defined in order that he can place a quick purchase decision, that he can quickly understand what and where to find in your shop. The steady and controlling persons do also need this, but out of the view of a simple handling, out of the view of trust. I've got the control. I know what's going on. Let's scroll a bit downwards, but stay on the left side. Now we see the advantages, the benefits, the USP box. For the dominant, of course, as we already know, few details. We can write in something like best performance or best service. For the steady one, something like telephone assistance or test without applications. Of course, the guarantee as well, which will be a fact for the controlling one. The information of daily shipment, that it will work when ordered till 2 p.m. Under this, we find the further navigation with more information with the linked content. Here, I can thrill the initiative type, for instance, with personality and openness. You may show how a production process looks like, how something is being produced or how something is being shipped. For the steady person, I need to create trust. For example, here I could link in the returning process. In case you like this, and build a subpage, insert 5 or 4 icons showing the single steps in order to show how easy the returning process will be. And additionally, explain this with words. And moreover, you can insert a few customer opinions, testimonials, which will show here we've bought fantastic products. We did not need one of them, but the returning was very easy and we got back our money within 1 or 2 days. This is how to make him trust. For the controlling type, I can link in a study, scientific data, a very exact description why it works as well as promised. Now we are going to have a look at ThemeWare Global. Here I wish to enlarge upon the pictures, the article picture itself in particular. For the dominant, it is the fast overview of the product. A few clicks and he has seen it from all sides. If you want to do even more for the dominant, show him he's getting status possessing it. The initiative will need a picture with people, showing maybe how much fun they have with their product in order to awaken emotions. For the steady type, it would be perfect if you'd show him a picture of the test marks or take a photo of safety components and additionally write above that the product is absolutely safe. For the controlling type, the high resolution images are important as he is eager to watch each and every single detail. If you've got, for instance, technical data written on a product for electricity or substances, take a photo and present it, as the key here is evidence. So the 4 types of people you can pick up here by using different kinds of photos, satisfying them all. On the right, we see the advantages, the product-related advantages. Of course, you can insert common things here, like shipping, but concerning this product. It would be much better for the dominant, for instance, to insert best sound quality, high-end sound boost. For the initiative one, something like found to be good by others. For the steady, perhaps there is a video construction. The product has a one-click installation. It is easy to handle. You won't have any problems with it. For the controlling type, the fact you can explain for him, for instance, that the ear cushions of this headphone are 100% non-toxic and that they are of certified quality. This is, by the way, something which exudes trust, confidence. Consider about principles. You may register a trademark, which is not expensive at all. You can add it here and explain exactly what you've been protecting here. This really makes a very good impression to the different types of people. This is what we often advise our customers, and we as well do so. Let's have a look at the content, at the tabs, at the description. For the dominant, the formatting is important. Well-expressed headlines, sublines, which already summarize the text following. He does not want to read the text, he just wants to see the facts. Bullet points can be added here. All these things do not disturb the other types of users, they only will read more of it. For the initiative one, maybe an experience report, a product in action, perhaps inserting a video he can watch. The steady person likes to read the easy explanation, which will promise a satisfaction of needs to him. Satisfaction of needs, I just wish to mention. If we make a purchase decision, we measure a product out a certain emotional value. The height of this value influences whether we buy or not. The value again is based on the height of satisfaction of needs. I assure myself of, but that's enough about it. Sophie, maybe we can make another own webinar about this theme later. But if you have a look at it and trigger it, you will already have won over the steady type. For the controlling, the explanation of the operating principles. So, if, for example, you sell a joint smoothing trowel, please explain why the joint will be so smooth by using your product. Maybe, I don't know, you might use a very special technology. That means facts, logical argumentation. Show a data sheet, show all technical details. Now we are going to watch one more theme, ThemeWare Clean. And I scroll down directly as we've got a little About Us box in our online shops. Here I wish to explain for all four types what will be perfect for each of them. For the dominant, it is the short introduction itself. It should be the direction of an elevator picture with a clear and concrete statement: we are the best with what we are doing. For the initiative, it again is the personality, so state we as well are only humans. For the steady type, it is the security again. That means a statement like, we've come to help only you. For the controlling type, it's the confirmation for the trust, for the reliability. Should be a statement messaging what we offer, we really can do. And now I see below on the left the service hotline. Maybe I tell you a few words about it too. The dominant expects a really fast advice. The one answering the phone should be very self-confident, very goal-oriented, like a power VIP service. For the initiative one, again, it's the personal. That means an advice deep from the heart in order he feels it's human. What is interesting when observing other companies, more and more of them advertising that they have got a so-called customers happiness team. Most of these companies have a lot of initiative types as their target group, or just have put their focus on them. For the steady people, the confidence building consultancy, which should elevate their fears. We are here for you, we'll help you. It's a kind of care service, we take care of you. For the controlling, of course, the responsible, competent consultancy is what he wants. For him, you've always got to have the correct answers, even for silly questions. But then for sure, he will buy in your shop. It's a kind of trust service. I think that's it for the moment. Otherwise, all limits of time will burst. And now it's your turn. I want you to take responsibility for your success from now on when using the principles yourself. And here are a few possibilities to get in touch with us. The first possibility, of course, is to test ThemeWare in your own shop. Here is the direct link for ThemeWare in the Shopware store. The second possibility, in case of any questions, write an email or just call us. The third, in case you wish to know more about Thorsten Wiczorek, our manager and director, and what we are all doing, Instagram is the right platform. We are just about to set up at the time being. So now I wish to say thank you to all of you for your attendance. And now I'll hand over to Sophie again.
Thanks, Elke, for your presentation, and thanks to all participants for watching and listening. I hope you enjoyed our webinar, and if you're interested in more Shopware webinars, please check out our website.